On the cold final morning of his life, the monarch who had ruled the Virunga volcanoes of Africa for 30 years made a decision that baffled all the scientists who had observed him for years. Instead of roaring furiously amid clan infighting like a defeated ruler or using his trunk-snapping giant palms to punish the young descendant plotting to seize his throne, he turned around in perfect peace. He stroked nearby banana leaves one last time with his calloused hands before vanishing his massive figure into thick volcanic mist. Tonight, beside the soft flickering hearth fire, let us walk through the full story of his life. The legendary silverback gorilla Titus, known in scientific circles as the king of gorillas, lived an epic forged amid the unforgiving wild. He once led a huge troop of dozens of gorillas on countless grueling, perilous migrations across mist-shrouded highland forests thousands of meters above sea level. When night fell and cold drizzle mixed with alpine winds swept through valleys, all family members would huddle quietly close beside him. While Jambo remained a warm icon confined on Jersey Island, Titus stood as an absolute leader and guardian born straight from untamed nature and brutal interspecies competition. Long silvery hairs shimmered across his broad back, an irreplaceable crown forged by decades of hardships and countless battles. On dangerous dark nights, he stood like a towering black mountain braving wind and rain, building the safest harbor for his entire clan with his own body. Yet this extraordinary primate who created an unparalleled ruling miracle under human observation built his kingdom piece by piece amid bloody ruins and years of lonely wandering. His perseverance and composure were no random gift from nature, they grew as tough protection after endless bitter winters spent grieving lost kin and enduring abandonment from his own kind. If we travel back to the fog-bound mountain terrain of Rwanda in 1974, Titus was still a tiny infant nestled safely against his mother's fur. He was born into turbulent times, as rampant poaching and shrinking habitats pushed gorilla populations toward unprecedented survival crisis. At only 4 years old, unforeseen catastrophe shattered his family and destroyed the gentle comfort of his childhood forever. On a gloomy afternoon, gunshots tore apart the forest's tranquility as poachers' bullets pierced the chest of his father, the reigning senior silverback leader. Shortly afterward, a powerful outsider guerrilla troop invaded to seize leftover territory and females, driving Titus and his mother away relentlessly. Chaos and terror dragged on, costing Titus his elder brother and sister in violent clashes with rival guerrillas, and his mother abandoned him out of overwhelming despair to follow the new dominant male. Within mere months, the once warm, thriving family fell completely apart, leaving behind a scrawny, inexperienced orphan gorilla with no hunting skills to sustain himself. Most young gorillas left without maternal feeding and paternal protection would waste away from cold and hunger. But fate spared the little ape's life, bringing him together with several other homeless rogue male gorillas. These territoryless bachelor gorillas formed a loose wandering alliance along the risky volcanic slopes. Within this rough, competitive yet occasionally compassionate makeshift group, young Titus struggled to survive from day to day. He learned to curl into a compact ball to retain body heat through frigid rainy nights, extract sweet sap from rigid bamboo shoots, and stay utterly silent and restrained when facing stronger predators. As time slipped by, nourished by abundant minerals and wild plants across the Virunga Mountains, the once trembling bush orphan bloomed with remarkable vitality. By the late 1980s, Titus matured into a towering adult silverback with rock-hard muscles and full silvery fur across his spine. Unlike younger silverbacks who enforced dominance through brute force alone, his eyes held rare depth and foresight shaped by lifelong hardship. He understood reckless aggression brought endless challenges in the cruel wild, only a tightly bonded, disciplined large troop could withstand mounting environmental pressure. During one lengthy seasonal migration, Titus drew on sharp judgment and prestige earned from his wandering years to convince multiple stray females to join his side. His guerrilla empire took shape and expanded rapidly over more than a decade, astonishing zoologists with its growth speed. At its peak, his family counted over 30 members, an almost miraculous figure for wild mountain gorillas. As undisputed ruler of the clan, Titus embodied steady resolve, establishing strict feeding orders and night guard regulations for camp safety. When dawn's first sunlight filtered through thick volcanic mist and glistened on dew-draped banana leaves, Titus was always the first to rise. He would stride toward an open cliff ledge and scan the valley below with his weathered, thoughtful gaze, checking for poachers or lurking predators. Then he let out a deep, cello-like resonant call that roused the whole troop in orderly preparation for daily foraging. A tender father to his kin, he let playful infant gorillas tumble across his belly and groom the fur of aged, frail troop members on quiet autumn afternoons. No wild throne stays peaceful forever, especially in the gorilla world plagued by betrayal and power shifts. Entering his 20th year of rule, Titus faced the unavoidable bitter turning point all aging wild monarchs must endure. Age and old wounds from past struggles slowed his steps, leaving his joints aching whenever heavy rain rolled in. Several robust young silverbacks sired by him, fueled by combative instincts, started questioning his authority. None hurt Titus more than his own son Kanto, whom he had raised with immense devotion as his designated heir to the kingdom. Seduced by power surges and raging hormones, Kanto formed cliques inside the troop and deliberately